Halloween is right around the corner, we thought we would take a dive into what Halloween was like for us 90s kids. To help us along, we've invited special guests Ryan and Josh from 90s Nostalgia. The guys are joining us for some fun games and hopefully help us unlock some memories. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome.
I like your intro voice. Changes just a few octaves and just a slight tad bit more official.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Jackie's sister-in-law asked her the other day if I've ever done radio, and I was like, no. And Jackie was
Your
like, no.
enunciation makes it seem like you have.
Well, I guess we finally found my calling, Jackie.
Yep. It took us a long time, but here we are.
We finally did it. Well, I'm so glad you guys came on board and let us interview you. To give everybody some background, I've been stalking these two on Facebook because they have a really cool 90s nostalgia Facebook group. It's actually called 90s Nostalgia. And they have a huge following, 145,000 members, some more. There's
That's awesome.
I admire the fact that you guys build something like staggeringly so well. It's not just that there's a lot of people, but the community is kind and everyone seems to just be sharing, having this one download together of the 90s. So tell us a little bit more about how you started it and what made you even want to do this.
I guess I'll start it off. The short and simple answer would be that a very snarky admin on another 90s page dared me to do it because I didn't like his content. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do that. And so that was the start of it. But like literally the moment I thought of starting the group and then I made it, I messaged Ryan. I've known this guy for a really long time, and I knew it was something that he'd be able to help me curate and build. And I have to honestly say, like, I started it, but he's been the driving force behind making it successful.
That's awesome. There's nothing I love more than fun 90s things than being a petty bitch.
That's the one fun part about being an admin. Most of it's pretty stressful. I can't stand people that gatekeep the 90s. So when they leave those comments, I'm like, you know what? No, we just don't want to hear from you today.
Yep.
And how has it been, Ryan, for you? When Josh reached out and said, hey, you want to help me build this? Did you jump on board and did you have any idea the amount of work that would go into it? Or has it just been fun regardless?
Oh, well, you know what? If you do something that you really love and you have passion for, it's never work.
True.
So it's been a lot of responsibility. And the day he asked me, I just dove right in. This is my brother from another mother. So as soon as he asked me, I'm all about it. Like, family takes care of one another. And so that's just what we do. And we wanted to bring that same idea of community and togetherness to that group, because that was the whole idea. Like, a lot of things that we were seeing was a lot of disunity and a lot of disharmony in what was going on Facebook. And so we wanted it to be a place, not a safe place, nothing like that, but a place, like you said, where everyone that can just get together and laugh, have a great time, and just get away from some drama from Facebook and the stuff that it brings along with it. Just enjoy it. And so, no, it hasn't been work at all. Every day we go on. And the hardest part is just keeping people fed and keeping people engaged.
Yeah.
I'm a counselor by nature, and that's what I do for a living. And so that's the hardest part of anything, is just keeping people's attention, keeping people fed and interested, and wanting to come back for more.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole idea. And we want you to also be able to participate. We want everybody to participate, because that's the idea. Nostalgia is not an era. It's a feeling that we have.
That's so true. And you guys are now taking that feeling to your own podcast.
Yes.
Why don't you guys tell us the name of your podcast and what you're talking about on the podcast so our listeners can check it out?
So as of right now, we're keeping with 90s nostalgia, but Ryan actually made an accident recently that I think we're probably going to end up going with the title, which was Are You Afraid of the Dark Side?
Ooh.
Oh, I love that.
Get a little bit of
Yeah,
Star Wars,
I
and a
have
little
this
bit of
really
90s.
bad, this horrible habit of doing like what my wife calls great value names. So I was thinking of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And for some reason I was like, Are You Afraid of the Dark Side? And she even goes, that sounds like one of your bootleg names. Like, I am horrible about it. Like, I'll just get a slight off-brand. And it's like Fullest House or something like that.
Well, I love it. So where can people find the podcast? Right now it's 90s Nostalgia.
Yeah, it's on Anchor and Spotify, and then the video version's on YouTube, 90s Nostalgia.
Nice.
Cool.
And you guys can check out the Facebook group,
Yes, please
90s
do.
Nostalgia, and we will make sure to post the link on our
Mhm.
Facebook page so you guys can be able to find it. But we're not done. We want to do a fun this or that on some 90s Halloween, 90s
Yeah.
memories and nostalgia.
You ready?
Yeah.
Run it. Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
the Mickey D's buckets. I was just talking about
There you
these.
go. Yes. So our
Yeah.
first one
Cool.
is McDonald's buckets or 90s pillowcases.
Which one are you guys gonna use for that Halloween candy, man?
Okay, so see, this is the thing. I still have my Goosebumps pillowcases. I don't still have the McDonald's bucket, so I'm going pillowcases.
Nice.
I
Ryan?
got to go the exact opposite. I got to go with those McDonald's buckets. Those were the heat back in the day. They had the cookie cutter on those old, I think the third gen ones.
Yes.
They were the fuego, and I loved those, especially the Witch one. That was my favorite one.
I like the Ghost. The Ghost I had forever. I still had that thing till not too long ago.
All right. I like these answers.
Yes. Next one. Some jams. I Put a Spell on You from Hocus Pocus or Adam's Groove from Adam's Family.
I definitely got to go with.
But the Addams Family, I don't relate that to the 90s. I mean, we have Christina Ricci movie, but like when I think Addams Family, I think 60s. So I'm gonna go the opposite and go Hocus Pocus.
Y'all are just split
Nice.
today. I love
We
it.
are a perfect yin and
Okay, number 3. The nemesis of every child everywhere. Pennies or butterscotch candies?
I like butterscotch, so I'm gonna go pennies are the most terrible thing you could possibly get in your bag.
God, can I go both, man? Screw pennies and I hate butterscotches, man. I remember my grandma always had them and I chipped a tooth on one as a kid.
Oh my
My
God.
grandma always had the strawberry wrapper candy.
So,
Yes.
Yes.
I think it just comes down to like which one's the worst priority. So I'm going butterscotch at number 1 and pennies at number 2. I'm just like we were talking about. I'm petty AF. My petty game is long and deep. Oh.
Tales from the Crypt or Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I'll let you go first on this one later.
So you could just literally pick the
that's a tough
opposite.
one.
You guys have
So
been split the
it
whole
really
time.
comes down.
I
Yeah,
already know what she's gonna pick, too.
Do I want to deal with my ghoulies for the night, or really do I have a something to submit from the Midnight Society? And which one's the best? I gotta go. Are You Afraid of the Dark? All day.
Nice. For me, Tales of the Crypt was something more that I had to stay up at friends' houses to watch.
Yeah.
But Are You Afraid of the Dark was I feel like it was every night, but me and my stepsister made a point of watching that. So definitely Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, I think Are You
Awesome.
Afraid of the Dark came on during SNCC, and it was my Saturday night lineup.
During Nick or Treat in 91 or 92. I don't know if you guys remember that when Nick had that Halloween thing that they'd have going on every year.
Oh, we remember.
Yes.
Oh, definitely remember. Mr. True.
We watched Tales from the Crypt as a family because we're weirdos.
Hey, but Tales from the Creep was, or Tales from the Crypt. Tales from
See,
the
there's
Creep.
his great
There's my
value.
generic. We got Tales from the Creep, guys. Come watch it on PBS. You know, but no, that was always awesome because when you look back at it now as an adult, look at the cast, the actors that they hired on for those episodes. Like you see some of them and you're like, wow, they really didn't shy away from like putting, you know, high B-list, even some A-list actors on some of those episodes.
My
Even
favorite
kickstarting
was
some careers.
Yeah, my favorite episode had Tim Curry in it and Ed Begley Jr.
Right?
Who, by the way, he liked one of our tweets the other day.
Who did?
Wow.
Ed
awesome.
Bagley Jr.
You mean we're like 1 degree from Veronica Mars, Danielle? Is this what you're telling me?
It's happening.
Holy
It's happening.
Oh shit. I'm all tingly.
Shit just got real.
Cameo from For Christmas.
Oh,
Wow.
What's next?
so excited. Sorry, I derailed us. Okay, Snick or Treat
Oh.
or Treehouse of Horror?
Oh, Treehouse of Horrors. No competition. I love Snickers.
I can't even argue that. Like in one of our videos, that was my number one tradition. Every year was the family always sat down to watch that brand new Treehouse of Horrors.
So while your
It was
family
the
was
one year
watching
we got to
Tales of
see
the
Kane
Crypt,
and Kodo. It was like my biggest thing was I always wanted to see the new intro. That was always what I wanted to see was what were they going to do? What were the stories going to be? You know, and just amazing things like that. And then it was something my mom always did too. You know, and even doing like research, like I didn't know this. Like out of all the seasons, you know, the first season was the only one to never have a Treehouse of Horrors.
Huh.
Really?
That was it. They started at the second season, but that first season was the first one that they never had any Treehouse of Horrors.
I think I've only seen one, and it's only because when I was growing up, I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons, really.
Oh, I had a neighbor that wasn't
No
allowed to watch
way.
Rugrats, and I thought that was terrible.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait,
So
what? You weren't allowed to watch the Rugrats?
Apparently, their rebellious nature was not in line with their.
hold on, Danielle. So Christine
Mhm.
took you to see horror movies as a child because you had to know,
Right.
but you were not allowed to watch The Simpsons.
Yeah, my first movie was Jaws as a child. I still remember it. It took me
Wow.
forever to go into an ocean, but The Simpsons.
That's
and
where she
Living-
drew the line.
Yeah, and I couldn't watch In Living Color either, and I would sneak to watch that. Although,
if I play devil's advocate here, my 9-year-old just made the first sex joke of her life, and it was something she heard from Homer. So
Fair
your
enough.
parents may not have been totally off base. She where did you hear that? And she's like, well, Homer said it. And I'm like, oh, you're going to make it so that I can't let you watch that now.
All right.
Okay. Store-bought costumes or do-it-yourself costumes?
My mom was always big on the DIY. I have a costume where she probably took like 15 pounds of tinfoil and made me, you'd swear to God, the picture looks like I'm a rocket ship. The hat that goes straight up and everything. And she goes, no, you were an astronaut. I look like a javelin missile.
You have
Like,
to send
you
us
think
that
I'm gonna
picture,
take
Ryan.
down like a small NATO country. No. I was part of NASA. I was going up. But apparently, looking back at it now, my mom had like the Simpsons retroactive because I look like the Space Force.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
For me, oh man, I think I only had 2 DIY costumes. The first one was actually probably my favorite, and it was the Punisher. My babysitter went all
Nice.
out. She made that super awesome. The second one that I made myself was the Zoltan characters from Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, We love that movie.
Well,
So
10.
based off like just pure nostalgia in general, the DIY ones are probably my most memorable ones.
I had a store-bought one as a child for a long time. It was the Raggedy Ann. So it was fine for a little bit. But as I got older, the
Did you
Raggedy
have to
Ann.
wear it multiple years, Danielle?
Yes.
Oh, that's-
Christine said, I'm buying this
That
bitch
hurts my
once.
soul.
Yeah. And it was
Not
like,
just a one use.
no, she was getting her money's worth. One year it was so bad. The mask was up to here. And the thing that they like, what came with it was like a plastic apron thing that
Yeah.
you kind of tied or whatever.
Let's
And
be
it-
honest, it was a schmuck.
It was just
Yeah.
Plastic schmuck that we either find on our table at
Yes.
our grandparents' house or like some type of shower curtain.
exactly. And that thing got so short, it looked like cooter cutters on a bitch. And it was super weird because the eyes, like Raggedy Ann already looked creepy, but that mask looked like a serial killer. And then so half of my face is like white and you see my black chin just sticking out, and it was a mess. I had to beg her. I said, look, they're making fun of me. And that entered the DIY. I'm going to be a nurse for the rest of my life. My mom's a nurse, so she gave me scrubs every goddamn year, and I was a nurse.
Oh my God. You know what?
Your
We
mom
were
was
the
a
same day, and
savage.
my mom's like surgical tech, and everything was either you're going to be the crazy scientist, the mad scientist, the crazy doctor, the killer doctor. Something's going to be with the doctor because we got tons of scrubs and nightgowns and booties. Let's put them to use.
I do have to give her credit. One year I was a can girl. She did buy me like this cool outfit, but she just like wasn't into Halloween like that. So
That sucks. I was every superhero under the sun. I think I like ran the entire Avengers gamut at one point.
I was Batman one year.
So was I.
Okay, next one.
Oh,
Jawbreakers or gobstoppers?
Before or
I
after
thought
Ed, Ed, and
Gobstoppers
Eddie.
I'm
Gobstopper.
anything Willy Wonka, honestly. So
Same.
Gobstoppers all the way on that. You know, I think they're not even that great. I'm gonna be honest. Like, but those are what I always remember getting in Halloween candies, and even like at the stores, the Circle K's and stuff.
Tongue splashers
Yes.
or splat?
Tongue splashers. I think they'll still exist. My daughter's just had something that served the same purpose. I don't know if it was the same thing though.
Yeah, I got to go tongue splashers. I think they were just awesome. The packaging and the presentation. I always remember seeing them up at like when you would pay to check out.
Yep.
They'd just be out there and they just look so good. So yeah. Tongue splashers
That's how
all
they
day,
get you while you're
especially
waiting
the-
in line.
yep.
Candy.
That's how we were at Blockbuster. It was really important that we made sure all the stuff was stacked. Like we had the movies that people could buy for sale, like right leading up to the register. So people, and all the candy. So people bought more crap. All right. So we have one more challenge. It is Halloween. We are 90s kids. We have to come together and pick out 5 movies that are our top 5 Halloween movies to watch from the 90s.
But like
Oh,
one list. We have
One
to
list
agree.
all together.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
And we have to agree.
Ooh.
Can I
We
name
gotta
one
come to a
first?
summit here
Yes,
on this.
let's
Okay,
go.
so are we going from least from like lowest to best?
I think we just throw some out there and then we could try to,
Let's just see what
put them together. Yeah.
So my very first suggestion would be Scream.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be mine too.
Yes.
It is like the prototype for slashers.
100%. We are not fighting on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Mine's kind of untraditional, but always around this time, I got to start watching my Friday the 13th, any of them. Start watching them. I could just pick up any one of them and put them in. You know what? In going into the 90s, one of the big ones for me, and I'm just now thinking about it, was Candyman. Was huge
Yes.
for me. Like, that movie was like psychologically, like I'm a sadistic human being, so like I don't get down, I don't need like the hostile over the top gore, what they call the gore porn. I like the psychological stuff, and so
Pornography.
I remember a lot of that stuff in like Hellraiser movies being like a lot of psychological.
That's
torture
how
and
I feel
trauma.
about
So I was
Freddy.
just like, oh, I like this.
I
But
like
I remember that scene where she crawls out through the mouth, and it's Candyman's painted face on the other side.
It's the bees
oh.
for me. No, thank
Yeah.
you. So I'm gonna throw out my Halloween one. I know Jackie will not approve. I like to start spooky season by watching Hocus Pocus with my sister.
Yes, you have to.
Okay.
Jackie,
Did you
I'm
know that
sorry.
originally didn't come out at Halloween? It came out in summer,
So weird.
which may have been why it didn't
Yeah.
do well initially.
It was supposed to be really dark too. They toned it down. Disney was a weird time around in the 90s. They were doing some real
that's when they were
slick
signing
shit.
ICP, making Hocus Pocus.
Yep.
Disney was doing some edgy stuff over there.
Yeah.
They had
Well, they had
heavyweights,
Nightmare
and that
Before
was
Christmas, and they had to have Touchstone release that, and they also bought Scream.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I watched The Cube all the time, like every time it was spooky season. So good.
I've never seen it.
So
I haven't
good.
seen it either. I saw it
Jackie's
in the 90s, but I
stepping it
don't
up.
remember it.
She's really being my girl here. I'd have to come steal her.
And 7.
Yeah, 7 is a good one. That is a good
7.
psychological one.
You guys are putting all the things that he put on our list that we just
Dude,
made up.
Really?
I think we might have to hit a trade waiver here. I think I might be picking up Jackie in the first round. might be going on.
Yeah, I'm a scaredy cat, so I think Scream was as far as I was gonna go. And Hocus Pocus, yeah, pretty
I
boring.
feel like in the 90s, at least for me and everybody, most of the people I knew, it was like very common for us to have like already seen all the horror movies, like the Halloweens, the Friday the 13th, the Candymans, the Child's Plays. Like I had seen all of those. So none of those like scary movies, I need something demonic to scare me. Like I need it to be something truly like otherworldly, because things in this world, serial killers can't do it for me.
Yeah, that's true, because you don't realize that like there's no way those people could still be alive. Like Michael, you've been stabbed a million times.
The
People
guy
are
in
not
Scream,
scared
like,
anymore.
The guy in Scream should have been knocked out several times. I mean,
Yeah.
Matt a great actor, but he's pretty scrawny. Like,
Yeah, you get a good sized guy just to rush him. That should have been over in like 4 minutes.
Can I say that we're in agreement that maybe Scream might be our favorite number one choice? Am I wrong?
I'll let it go to majority. I will only speak on the better of this pity man. The only redeeming quality Scream holds is Matthew Lillard and Wes Craven. That is it.
Oh, okay. Those are strong
the
opinions.
cast in general was stellar. Yeah, Drew Barrymore, Nev Campbell, Matthew Lillard.
More Matthew Lillard.
But also, like,
Yeah.
I think it's because we've also watched this so many times, but it brought back the slasher film. It did not, like, it died.
It
at the-
elevated slasher films up until that point.
Movies.
Were like B and C movies. It elevated it to like A movie status.
Yep.
You're right. It brought it to the forefront.
I just hate that idea of treating your audience like they're idiots, kind of like doing the whole movie trope. Like I don't know. I like The Cube was a great movie because it treated you just as smart as it thought you were. So, you know, it didn't dumb things down. There were some great plot twists in it.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was just, let's see what we can stack in this movie. But it did. I can't argue. It did bring back and even did elevate movies. It's just fact. I can't argue the numbers that it put up in the box office.
There are so many horror movie tropes that exist now because of that movie.
Yeah.
But I think
I know.
Scream
And that's why I think I look back and I hate it so much.
So Scream is number one. It sounds like Ryan and Jackie have both agreed on The Cube. I don't know if is it second place worthy, third place worthy?
Let's let them.
You know what? I'm
list
gonna
theirs
be
off
honest,
and they'll
like,
probably
I'm gonna have to back Jackie's second pick with 7.
I would say I am in a minority with Hocus Pocus, so I would say Hocus Pocus is probably second,
Definitely.
just based
I'm
on.
arguing like Hocus Pocus or like Nightmare Before Christmas are like right there. Like
Nightmare Before Christmas is definitely going to be on the list. Unpopular opinion, I think it's extremely overrated. It's a decent movie, but it's not
It's
the
all
end all
right.
be all for me.
I don't know if it needs to be on our top 5. I'm just gonna put it out
No.
there.
Totally okay with it not
No.
being.
I'd say it's maybe like a 6 or a 7.
But I
spot.
think for the majority of basic people,
We
that,
basic witches up in here.
it is
I'm a
definitely
basic law.
on.
I'm 100% okay with basic things. Sometimes things are basic because they're just so good. Everyone does like them. That's it.
Fine.
Like
I can't argue.
I'll
pumpkin
allow
spice
it.
chick.
Okay, so Scream, Hocus Pocus, then I would say 7.
Yes, 7 is great.
Yeah, 7. I could give 7 a 3 spot. Right
See,
in there,
7 I'd put
definitely.
on top horror movies, but not 90s Halloween like traditions. Like I don't sit down to watch 7 during Halloween.
Yeah, I haven't watched 7 in a long time. Okay, so now we need a 3 spot if we're not sure about 7 if it's not traditional Halloween.
I wouldn't say it's traditional Halloween, but it's definitely a traditional horror movie.
Okay, so we have Scream, Hocus Pocus. 7 was kind of on the fence. We mentioned Cube, and we also mentioned Candyman.
Two suggestions that I would put in there. One is typical, being Edward Scissorhands.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And-
Casper.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Casper.
Yeah, Casper was on my list too. Would be the Casper with Christina Ricci.
Yes, not Wendy and Casper.
I argue that one is better, but less people have seen it, so I reference the first one.
And if you're going on what kind of reinvented horror movies at that time, I would almost put Blair Witch in there as well. Just because I know now we're like, whatever, but like when it came out, you thought it was a documentary. You didn't know what the fuck was going on. You knew you weren't going in the woods. If you saw stacks of rocks, you were going the opposite direction. Like
whatever you do, just don't turn around.
I think it did great, like you said, for the horror. I sounded New Yorker again. For the genre, but like the rewatchability, it doesn't happen.
It's true.
I've never seen it, and at this point, I'm very sad that I didn't see it before everybody knew that it wasn't like real. Because I remember all the kids coming to school being like, "This movie's real. They filmed it, and the girls died." And I was like, "Wow, I got to see this movie." And then I found out it wasn't real. So I feel like if you watched it when it came out in the '90s, like it was probably, I'd say it would have to be on my list, but I didn't. Argue that Interview with a Vampire is Halloween and horror.
Don't you dare bring that up.
It's a horror movie. There's lots of vampires.
He's pushing my buttons. He knows what movies I'm going to react to. He knows how I feel about Scream, and he knows how I feel about Interview with a Vampire.
Technically, the original It is 90s because it came out in 1990.
Yeah.
But it's not a movie. It's technically a mini.
That's true.
About it.
We're so close to narrowing down our top
Are we
5.
though?
It feels like before I took a little step away, we were close. I don't know what happened.
Okay,
when I left.
so Scream, Hocus Pocus. Are we all comfortable with Casper as number 3?
Is it a horror though?
It's not a horror, but it is a Halloween movie that you would be apt to watch during spooky season.
Yeah.
Okay, then Casper definitely, because it is definitely on my watch list.
What about Halloween Town?
Halloween Town is a classic.
How do you guys all feel about The Faculty?
I love The Faculty.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're just talking about how good a movie is, I mean, then it's a great horror movie.
Like I know this sounds weird, but I think Josh Hartnett was highly underrated
No, because every
you know what I
girl
mean. And The Faculty was a great movie.
I just
It was.
posted that on the page, and every single girl on there talked about how much they love Josh Hartnett.
He
So I
was
don't
not.
think
He was
underrated.
not underrated at all. But that hair was a hot mess. I don't care who says what.
Yeah.
And we just did Halloween.
Got a $5 haircut.
We did
Yeah.
Halloween H2O, and we found out he did both movies at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why they both
Really?
had that crazy ass haircut.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
didn't
would be
know that. That's
comfortable
interesting, though.
with putting The Faculty on the list.
At what spot though? Because it definitely is not like top 2.
I would
Yeah.
say a 4 or 5. I think we got
I
a
would say
solid top
maybe like
3.
a solid 5, like a solid
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not even a solid 5, like a weak 5.
I put Halloween
then,
Town
like,
before
the
The
next one I'm gonna
Faculty.
throw out, I feel is just as good of like a Halloween movie, and girls definitely. This started a trend was The Craft.
Oh,
The
ooh.
Craft
How did we
was
miss
a
that
huge
one?
Yes,
movie for
solid.
teenage girls.
By
and just
Faculty.
Wicked.
No,
Witches in
no.
general.
I think that's a good rounded out. So Scream, Hocus Pocus, Casper, or do we switch Craft, Casper, Faculty?
I'd
But
put Craft
Josh-
at number 3.
Yeah, Craft at number
Okay.
3. Because it changed the
Yeah,
whole
Craft
like
at number 3.
they started realizing they can make movies for teenage girls.
Mm-hmm.
It is
well, they-
viable.
Oh, I beg to differ. 13-year-old me loved that movie.
Well, no, I mean
Yeah.
not necessarily just for teenage girls, but starring teenage girls, because
Yeah.
we just
There you
recorded
go.
that episode
You can create a whole cast around the younger generation, and people will watch this.
Yes.
I mean, I think they learned it from Clueless, especially, but like that was on
Yeah.
a horror side that I don't think they, really figured out. But Josh,
You're
you said
so right, though, Danielle.
Thanks. I like hearing that.
So we've got our 4. So our 5, are we giving it to the Cube or the Faculty?
Or Joshua said Halloween Town.
Halloween Town is a made for TV movie though.
Yeah.
Still
Are those
amazing.
X-nayed from the list?
I mean, yeah, who made
I
up
mean,
that
if
rule?
we're getting rid of it because
Well,
it
that
was
was
a
the mini-series because it was multiple installments.
I guess I missed this part. That fucking movie, I'm not watching that shit. That movie scared the crap out of me.
The Cube was jacked up, though. That was
It's so
the
good.
Cube was kind of like almost like Saw before it was Saw.
Yes.
We gotta
Like,
put that
it's just
movie
like-
on the
like
bench
guy
because
watched it.
Josh and I have never seen it. Can't do the Cube.
You guys are making me want to watch
Yeah.
The Cube.
I know,
Oh,
me
it's,
too.
It's an excellent movie. And it was like an
And- well-
indie movie, but it's so well done. And just like you don't know what the fuck's going on the entire time, but like shit is happening. It's awesome.
Shit's going off.
Yes.
It's getting real and quickly.
It was like an escape room, but you escaped for your life.
That sounds absolutely not happening to me. No, thank you.
Well, what about this for a 90s movie? Child's Play 2.
Nah, that doll? No.
Exactly. That response right there just says that he's right.
That damn doll. I would do Bride or Chucky because out of all the Chucky movies, that was my favorite one.
Because that one was funny. It wasn't scary.
Exactly.
Well, that was where they started figuring out their bread and butter. They're like, the ladies love a funny man, so we'll give them the laughs, and then we'll hit them with the knives later. But we're gonna
Well,
hit 'em
and
with
then
the
Well, I
laughs.
told you,
Jennifer
that's
Tilly.
perfect.
Yeah.
You lull them into a sense of
False-
comfortability with laughs, and then you just strike them right in the back with the scariness.
I was
Yeah.
never comfortable with that damn doll. Never.
Well, then you should watch.
Dude,
the
my
new one
brother
because
used
it's
to
not
have one just
horrifying
like
at
that
all.
growing up. It was the My Buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, that thing
Oh
was
my
real.
God,
Josh,
like that thing creeped me out.
If that terrifies you, then just watch the new one because it's just unsettling rather than scary.
isn't that you mean the TV show?
No,
With
before
Devin's
that, they just
sci-fi?
remade the movie like a year or two ago.
Oh,
And it's
Oh yeah.
but there's
the
a new
plot
one
is
with
more-
Devin.
makes a lot more sense because it's like a toy soldier's like he has an evil chip that makes him that way.
Mm.
It makes more sense. I mean, in terms of where we are today, But yeah, it was like that whole uncanny valley. His face looks stupid. I couldn't do it.
No. All right.
Okay, so
Jackie,
faculty is 5.
Sure.
Faculty, faculty can definitely take a 5 spot.
We'll meet again next Halloween when Danielle and and Joshua watch the Cube, and then we may have to switch up our ratings.
We need to do a live watching that movie.
Oh yeah,
I was
that's a great idea
because we haven't seen it and they have.
Yes, I like it.
Oh.
We'll set that up.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
List it off.
Yes, number 5, The Faculty. Number 4, Casper. Number 3, The Craft. Number 2, Hocus Pocus, and number 1 is Scream.
Yay!
We did it, guys. We did it.
I think that has probably has been the hardest, most spirited question.
I love a debate
that we've had so far on the show, which is great. Well, one more time, can you guys just tell everybody how to find you on socials so that they can, get to see your podcast and also join along with your 90s nostalgia?
So on Facebook, we're 90s Nostalgia. On YouTube, we're 90s Nostalgia. And on Spotify and Anchor, we are 90s Nostalgia. And on Instagram, what are we?
We're 90s Nostalgia 2021.
And as always, guys, you can check us out on social, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at No More Late Fees. Follow along if you have any feedback on your 90s Halloween experience. Our inboxes are open and we cannot wait to hear from you. Well, our spooky season is coming to an end, so enjoy your Halloween. Be safe, check that candy, and as always,
be kind and rewind.